righty. Who's excited to be here? No. Where are you guys from?
Japan.
From Japan.
Yeah!
From Japan. You see the empty seats? Nobody from New Jersey. They're right around the corner, all the way from Japan. Let's give it up for our colleagues here. So one of the things that I get a chance to do, which I love, is travel the world. And so as I'm traveling, I miss home. I miss my wife. I miss my family. And people go, oh, but you're here at this beautiful place, and oh, you're enjoying this beautiful beach, and you know what? You guys see the highlight reels. You don't see the delayed flights. You don't see the different hotels. You don't see the different beds. I go to sleep in one hotel, and I'm sleeping, and I get up to go to the bathroom, and the bathroom's towards the left. And then the next day, I'm sleeping at another hotel, and the bathroom's to the right. And I wake up in the middle of the night, and I make a left and run into the wall. Did that ever happen to anybody else? Am I the only one? And so one of the things that I do is I bring pictures of my family. So these are my two grandchildren. The one on the left is Esri. The one on the right is Levi Michael. And the good-looking guy in the middle, obviously you know who it is. This is my beautiful wife, Debbie. She's in the back. Let's give it up for my beautiful wife, Debbie. That right there, trust me, she's Puerto Rican. You may not believe it, but look at those beautiful eyes and blonde hair. That's Anna Jane. And then this is our newest one, born 2 months ago. This is baby Ruthie. And you can't see her there, but she's got blue eyes with olive skin. So I love my grandbabies, and we have one coming in 2 more months. So I don't know what's wrong with these Puerto Ricans, but they multiply like rabbits. So we have 5 grandchildren, or 4, one coming, and we're just so blessed for the opportunity. And so every day, that's what motivates me to continue to move forward. So this is the announcement of the next one coming in June. Hold on a second. Check this out. Anybody see this? All right, you're going to love this. This is a stubborn child. Anybody have a stubborn child in the house? Any of you are a stubborn child? So the child wanted to eat an apple, and the mother is peeling onions. And the child decides that it's an apple. And the mother allows the child to take the onion. Look what happens. This is called persistency. How many times did she take a bite? 4 times. To be a chiropractor, you need to be persistent. This person is going to be the next college president between 15 to 20 years, because you need to be persistent to become a doctor of chiropractic. You need to be persistent to be able to run a school. I think one of the things that a lot of us sometimes forget is that we need to be persistent. We're going to be attacked. People are going to talk about chiropractic. Patients are going to come into your office one day, and the next day they don't come back again. And then you get your feelings hurt because of the different things. And what you don't realize is that we need to have thick skin. We need to be persistent. If you're not persistent, then you're like a snowflake, which then you just melt every time there's a crisis or something happens next to you. And so it's challenging being a chiropractor. Is it or is it not? So it's challenging just doing our job, educating people, teaching them the truth and what's not truth. And then once you teach the truth, you step back and allow that truth to manifest within the person. You can't convince anybody. But we're stubborn, especially our youngins, our young chiropractors. We want to throw up upon all of them about what we know about chiropractic within the first 3 minutes that we meet them. And then we don't understand why they don't get it. And if they get it, then great. If they don't get it, then we take it personally. You got to be persistent. Not everybody's going to get it. Not everybody's going to want what you have to give. You can't take that personally. It's not about you. But it's your responsibility to tell the story. It's your responsibility to share the truth. It's your responsibility to stand in places that people don't like you, people don't respect you, and you still stand up and you share your truth. Because if you don't do it, then who the heck is? Now, I know a lot of people in this room will do that. But what about the rest of the profession? What about Japan? Are they talking chiropractic and telling the truth no matter what the outcome may be? And so the more we can be persistent and the more we can share our truth and the more we go out there knowing without a shadow of doubt that what we're doing is the best of our ability, then that's all you can do. Check this out.
Fall, and it'll be an exercise in building trust between one another. So Harrison, if you don't mind going first, step up here on this chair and close your eyes. All right, and then everybody fill in. And we're going to ask you to fall, and then they will catch you. So you have to trust us. So I'm going to count to 3. Just relax and fall. Okay? 1, 2, 3. No, wait, no!
There's a problem with this, isn't there? Look at this. Look at this.
Fall. And
listen.
It'll be an exercise in building trust between one another. So Harrison, if you don't mind going first, step up here on this chair and close your eyes. All right, and then everybody fill in, and we're going to ask you to fall.
I want you to fall. In what direction? Wasn't told. And so how many times you tell a patient a recommendation, but you don't give them clear, specific instructions with clarity for that patient to follow, for that associate to follow. We assume that what we say is truth, and therefore there's no clarity around the truth. And so something like this happens, he goes, okay, you want me to fall?
Sorry about that. It'll be an exercise in building trust between one another. So Harrison, if you don't mind going first, step up here on this chair and close your eyes. All right, and then everybody fill in. And we're going to ask you to fall, and then they will catch you. So you have to trust us. So I'm going to count to 3. Just relax and fall. Okay? 1, 2, 3. No, wait, no!
So don't trust everybody just because they tell you, trust me. Trust me. You know what? You can't trust people. Look at this. This person is going to have a heart attack. This person is probably in the middle of a heart attack. This one don't give 2 shits. Look at this. Trust is something very challenging. So when you speak to people, your loved ones, the people you work with, your patients, anybody that you really have a circle, your tribe, trust is something that's very challenging because you earn trust by giving trust. You have to set an example first. You can't tell the CAs in the office to get adjusted when they don't see you getting adjusted. You have to live a congruent life. So not only does your patient see you doing things that you are being congruent, but your team is seeing that you're being congruent. So this I love because the guy trusted. He just trusted in the wrong direction. And a lot of you, including myself, are in the same situations. Sometimes we trust, but we're trusting in the wrong direction. We love chiropractic. We want what's best not only for ourselves and our families, but we want what's best for the people that we're honored to be able to serve on a day-to-day basis. And so we have to build the trust through example. We have to build the trust by sharing with them, but by them also seeing who you are, what you stand for, what are the things that you do. Do you talk the talk or do you walk the walk? Or do you talk the talk and not walk the walk? And so truth is definitely, and trust is something that we need to continue in this profession. So we have these life-defining moments. Has anybody been through a life-defining moment recently in the past year or two maybe? Okay? And these life-defining moments are amazing because you get to a point that you're in a crossroads. You either go this direction and something happens in your life, or you go in this direction and something happens in your life. And you're in the middle and you're needing to make a decision. Am I going down this path and I don't know what the outcome is, or am I going down this path and I don't know? I need to make a decision. It's either going to be A or B. What's it going to be? And so I wanted to share a little bit, because I think what happens is when you look at people in leadership roles, example in this profession, you know, I'm the president of Sherman College of Chiropractic, and people look at me and they think that my life is perfect. They go, this guy, there's nothing wrong with him. He's pretty cool. He's good looking. He dresses nice. Well, I put that part in there. But you look at the leaders and then you go, wait a second. But you don't realize that we go through the same things, if not worse, than you guys do. There's no difference between us. And so you run into these defining moments that alters your life, and you go, whoa, wait a second. Overall, you see that God has a plan for you. In those moments, you don't know what it is, but eventually, God's plan gets, unveiled. And so in this case, I wanted to share with you guys, just for transparency. So this is a life-defining moment in my life. This was my mentor, Dr. Sid Williams. And I was in the president's circle at the time. I was in practice, had a very successful practice, and I'm supporting Life University, supporting my mentor, Dr. Sid Williams. And think about this for a second. This is probably 95 or 96, somewhere around there. And this is what's interesting. I never knew that meeting this man and following his teachings, that amount of years later, 6 years ago, I became president of a chiropractic college. As a matter of fact, the only graduate of Life University to be a president of a chiropractic college, because of my mentor, Dr. Sid Williams. So you don't know who you're sitting next to right now, or who you're talking to, or who you're in a relationship with in your community that's going to somehow create this defining moment in your life because you met this person and this person was influential in your life. Trust me, I travel all over the world. I'm in 20,000 meetings taking care of things that have to do with the university and the profession. But when I'm sitting next to this person and we start to have a conversation, maybe that conversation is going to lead to something in the future that's going to allow me to be a better person. That was a defining moment in my life. This is another defining moment, okay? Let's get a little naked here for a second, okay? As a leader, guess what happened to me? I was mediocre in practice for about 5 years. I didn't want to take money from people because I was embarrassed to ask them. If somebody came in and gave me any excuse at the time, I would believe it and then take it personally because I thought it was me, not them. I would have people come into my office and refer people, and they said, no, they just came in because so-and-so said that you're good at the neck adjustment. Well, when did I ever say that to you? I never said that to my patients, but that's what they interpreted. And so therefore, I was mediocre in practice for 5 years. I'm a first-generation college student. I'm a first-generation doctor of any kind in my family. Nobody in my immediate family at the time had businesses. So I had zero experience in business. Zero. And I open up a practice and I'm starving. I can't pay my bills. Things are not happening. I'm frustrated. I'm a damn good chiropractor, but I didn't know how to run a business. And you know why? Because I was afraid. Now, I know I'm not the only one in here. You don't have to raise your hand. But I know I'm not the only one in here. And instead of getting help, I just kept at it and at it and at it. And I was mediocre because I was too prideful to ask for help. And one day, something happened. A switch just flipped. And you know what happened? I said, I'm not going to be mediocre anymore. I'm going to be who I'm supposed to be. I'm going to tell the truth when I need to tell the truth. I'm going to accept responsibility when I screw up. I'm going to be the person that God has selected to be that principal chiropractor that's going to go out there and tell the story whether they want to hear it or not. I'm the one that's going into the lion's den where they don't like me, and I'm going to go in there and tell them the truth about chiropractic. And then all of a sudden, things start to happen. If it wasn't for that low point, I would never get to the point that I am today. So I'm sharing this because being transparent, somebody in this room needs to hear that. Somebody in this room needs to know it's okay to be mediocre, but it's not where you want to be. It's okay that you're going through these processes in your life, but you don't have to stay there. You make the decision when it's ready for you to move. You make the decision when you're fed up and you don't want to take it anymore. But don't think that you're the only one stuck in this position. There's a lot of us that have gone through this, and there are a lot of us that are going through this, and there's a lot of us in this room that are probably going to go through these type of challenges. Defining moment in my life when I was selected the 5th president of Sherman College at a time where 20 people applied for the position, and I was the only one out of the 20 that did not have the experience, the know-how to run a chiropractic college. And a lot of people laughed in 2013 and said, this guy's going to be here for a year. wait till he really steps up and he sees. And you know what? 6 years later, not only are we doing phenomenal, we are thriving at Sherman College. We just put $20 million into renovation of our infrastructure, preparing the opportunity for students to become the best that they can. So we're really excited about what's going on. You may say, oh, I'm sucking in practice right now and I'm not where I want to be. And you know what? I got years ahead of me to make the changes, and it's all right. And one day I'll go to the beginnings, and one day I'll go to DE, and one day I'll go to Lyceum, and then one day comes and you can't make it because God forbid something happened to you. There's a word called urgency. And I'm going to tell you something from a leadership perspective. We need to become urgent in what we're doing. This profession is getting attacked. And guess what? Dr. Sid Williams wrote a book, something, and I don't know the title exactly, but something, Being Attacked from Within. Our profession is not being attacked by the outsiders. Our profession is being attacked by the insiders of this profession. The people that are not here. The people that don't believe what we do. They call themselves chiropractors, but are not practicing chiropractic. We have urgency because we need to fight this battle from within. We need to stand up. We need to stick together. We need to speak the truth. We need to come together in unity and stop with the bullshit of the divisions. Anybody tired of the divisions in this profession? I guess not all of you are. Anybody tired of the bullshit and the divisions in this profession? But we're all too prideful to say, we don't put this aside. What can we do to work together to get things accomplished? I know that a lot of you are in here are in positions of leadership, and you're out there fighting those battles. But the day-to-day chiropractor in the trenches doesn't even know what's going on. We need you in the battles. We need urgency. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. You may not wake up tomorrow. You need to leave a legacy. We need to stand on the shoulders of those that came before us, not only to honor them, but to ensure that this profession continues to move forward. And I am doing my damnedest to do that, and I'm doing that with all my heart, with all my passion, with tears, with blood, sweat. I spend maybe 8 months out of the year on the road, speaking all over the world. I miss my family. That's why I take pictures home with me. I want to be with my grandchildren. But there's something bigger than me that does not allow me to stay home and be comfortable. Because I want to make sure that this profession is here for future generations. And you need to have that same intensity. And you need to have that same urgency. So I want to call you out and let you know that you need to become proactive. And maybe this weekend will be the first day that you step out of mediocrity and you step into greatness by putting your blood, sweat, and tears into this profession that's going to allow the legacy, not only of yourself, but the future generations to be able to enjoy this. How many people have never been to Lyceum? Raise your hand. If you've never been to, never been to a Lyceum, raise your hand. This is what I'm going to do. If you've never been to a Lyceum, this is my code and my code only. If you go to sherman.edu/Lyceum and you put this special code, you get 25% discount for our next Lyceum. May the 2nd, May the 4th. We hope that you guys can show up and be able to be participants of this. But if it's your first time, sign up. You get 25% discount to come and join us at Lyceum, May 2nd through the 4th. This is my email. If there's anything that I can do for you, please do not hesitate to shoot me an email, to call me. I'm here to do what I can for you guys. I love and appreciate every single one of you, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Thank you.